Aloha. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy, where we discuss all things energy on Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. I'm Kauiawai Dixon with Maui Electric and your host for today's show. You know, we started a tradition over 30 years ago that was born from our desire to create an energy event where folks of all ages could come and learn about electricity and energy. So every fall, we host the Maui Electric Energy Fair, where you'll find over 40 exhibits of just about everything energy. You'll see live electrical demonstrations, solar toy displays, games for the kids, entertainment, and giveaways all day long. So this year's event will be held on September 16th at the Queen Ka'ahumanu Center, and we encourage all of you to come and join us. You know, another very, very important component of our energy fair is introducing you to folks in the energy industry that we work with hand in hand in reaching our clean energy goals. So on today's show, we'll be making a visit over to the Ma'alaia Pacific Biodiesel Farm. We'll be sitting with folks from the Maui Science Center. But we're starting out today with Hawaii Energy, and here's a quick clip.
Through the years, the people who call Maui County home have displayed a determined brand of leadership when it comes to strengthening their community through energy innovation. Whether it's harnessing the power of the wind and the sun, advancing the increased use of electric vehicles on Maui roadways, utilizing smart technologies to make their homes more energy efficient, or highlighting smart energy decisions at island trade shows, or having leaders from both the public and private sectors discuss thoughtful, innovative ideas like those shared this past March at the 4th Annual Maui Energy Conference.
Once again, Hawaii Energy is a sponsor just because we're really excited about furthering the dialogue about the 100% clean energy goals we have for our state and just all the different mixes and elements that need to come into place for us to be able to achieve that 100% goal, in particular energy efficiency.
Any time that we have an ability to, in a respectful manner, talk about our views for the future and how to get there, bring it on. I think we need to do more of that, and not only on energy, but on everything.
And now this same island community is looking to add to its list of accomplishments by taking a renewed leadership role in the world of energy efficiency, rekindling a basic principle: save energy, save money.
We think about energy every day. It's definitely not a small part of what we do.
Maui Brewing Company is just one shining example of an island business that's taking its community responsibilities seriously.
You know, initially, some of these things that we started investing in, solar or LEDs and such, came out from a fiscal responsible standpoint, because we had to also not only make ourselves have the best beer around, but also had to be profitable. But the more I dove into the fiscal side of things, I look at how great it was and how augmented the impact was by reducing your energy footprint, not just producing energy to offset, but actually reducing your consumption.
My name is Terry Edmonds, and I am the owner of If the Shoe Fits. I'm a specialty footwear and shoe store here in Wailuku on Maui.
If the Shoe Fits opened its doors back in 2001 with a mission to provide folks footwear they just won't find anywhere else in the Valley Isle. As the years rolled along, Terry Edmonds began to realize she needed to do something about her growing energy costs if she wanted to remain competitive.
I have a lot of lights in my store as a retail shop, and Hawaii Energy approached me about changing out the light bulbs, believe it or not, and it cut my bill in half. We are so busy here. I really loved the fact that Hawaii Energy was just so professional and so efficient with my time. It made making this positive change so easy. It was great. I would definitely recommend it again to anybody who has the opportunity.
And now joining me in studio is Walter Enomoto from Hawaii Energy, and you are the Energy Efficiency Advisor. Is that correct?
Yes, for Maui, Molokai, and Lanai.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
So I know that Hawaii Energy has been in place for several years now. Tell us a little bit about what you all do.
Well, since 2009, when the Hawaii Energy Efficiency Program started, what we do is help empower businesses and residents to make smart energy choices. And we do that in a number of ways, either through education, technical assistance or advice, And one main driver is rebates. And so we offer cash incentives to help people install more energy efficient equipment in their home and businesses.
So important, absolutely so important. You know, reaching 100% clean energy, lofty goal of 2045, it really is going to take more than integrating clean energy. Of course, we've got to try to keep the grid stable and ensure that folks have power when you need it. But of course, everyone has a role to play when it comes to efficiency and conservation. You know, just helping folks to make smart choices is really what it's all about. I mean, if you use less, then we'll need to generate less.
Exactly.
Right,
and
Walter?
You touched upon a really good point there. The goal of 100% renewable energy by 2045 is not going to be left to any one entity. It's going to take all of us.
Exactly.
Everybody, from the utility, through businesses, through residents, everybody plays a role in helping Hawaii to meet this very ambitious but very noteworthy goal. And if we can do that, we'll set ourselves ahead of so many other places in the world by being able to show that we can move toward a goal that can help minimize our dependence on fossil fuel, help us become more sustainable, and help produce more clean, renewable energy, as well as using it efficiently. And so it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, if you rent, you own, everybody can participate in our programs. And not only are they eligible to participate, we encourage them to participate because everybody will be part of the solution going forward.
Yeah, so key to have a community that really does pull together. You know, we're such a small state and even a smaller county within the 3 islands that we are stronger in unity. So true. So new programs. Tell me about a few of these new programs that you mentioned.
Okay, for our residential program, we have some new programs in addition to our existing ones. Many people know about our solar hot water incentive to put in new solar hot water systems. Another water heating option for those who might not be able to put in a solar hot water system are heat pump water heaters. And those are a nice technology that can help make hot water and produce a little bit of cool air, which is vastly needed this time of the year during the summer. And that's the technology that we provide rebates for. Some of the new items that we'll be coming out with in our residential program this year are smart thermostats. These are smart thermostats that are able to adjust with conditions and make smart choices for you. And so we'll be instituting a rebate program for those. Washer and dryers. First time, before we had incentives for Energy Star rated washers, we're going to do rebates for Energy Star washers and dryers coming up in the next few months. We're going to be rolling that out. Other programs that we have, especially with air conditioning, is a central AC rebate. We're in the final works of putting that together. So upgrading maybe your old split system from maybe late 90s, early 2000s, those systems were probably not super efficient. And right now is about the time that they might begin to fail. We want to make sure that, you know, when you do replace that you put in a much higher efficiency unit, you can get better performance and save electricity at the same time. Solar attic fans, whole house fans. Of course, we have our refrigerator trade-up program. We have our solar water tune-up. If you already have a good working solar hot water system, you can definitely participate with our tune-up program for that and make sure that it's operating good and saving you money and making hot water.
So many great opportunities, so many great tools. Yeah.
Yes.
And you mentioned solar water heaters. I mean, you know, folks, if you're really looking for a great way to save money, start there. Start with a solar water heater. I mean, heating water in your home is one of the most expensive costs in your electric bill each month. So if you can affect change there, that's a great thing. Okay, so Walter, tell folks how they can learn more about you. How can they get a hold of Hawaii Energy?
The best resource that you can go to is our website, and that's hawaiienergy.com. And along the top, there's a number of pull-down menus, one for home, one for businesses. But one of the best things that people can do is sign up to receive our e-newsletters, and that's on our main page, again, at hawaiienergy.com, and you scroll down, it'll say, there'll be a box to fill in that says Stay Connected, and you can sign up as a resident to receive our residential program e-newsletters. If you work at a business and are interested in improving the energy efficiency at your business, you can also sign up as a business. And if anybody out there is an energy professional, they can also sign up for an e-newsletter that we target to professionals in the energy field.
Perfect. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You guys do such great things in the community, and great partner of Maui Electric and our community.
Well,
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And I think, you know, Maui, as you know, we used to always say Maui no Ko'oi. I hope that Maui becomes the first county in Hawaii to hit that 100% goal.
You and I both.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy. Up next, you'll get an up-close visit with a local farm that you can't have missed if you've traveled along Kuehilani Highway recently, or perhaps it brightened up your social media feeds. Here's Shayna Decker with our communications team out on the field with our partners from Pacific Biodiesel.
Aloha, I'm Shayna Decker with Maui Electric, and today we're here with Bob King, President of Pacific Biodiesel. Thanks so much for having us here today.
Thanks for coming.
So, you know quite well, on social media, things are sprouting up here on Maui. You want to tell us a little bit about this new crop that we've been seeing here?
Well, we started growing sunflower for the first time on Maui recently, and it was surprising to us too. But when they started to flower, the people kind of went a little crazy with it.
And so, what is the purpose of these sunflowers here on our island?
So we're growing sunflowers here for fuel is our main purpose. But in order to get the price right for fuel, we also have a strategy of growing it for food and animal feed, and so we'll try and cosmetics. So looking for some high value for part of it to basically buy down the cost of farming so we can make energy with the rest of it.
And that's good for us. We work together, our companies, we use some of the biodiesel at some of our power plants, not only here, but also on other islands in Hawaii.
Right. So we deliver a lot of fuel to the power plant over there, and it runs on 100% biodiesel. It's the largest 100% biodiesel power generator in the world. So we're really pleased to be doing that with the utility. But we've also provided fuel to Keaholia on the Big Island, the power plants on Maui, and also all the fleets, the Hawaii Electric fleets on all the islands are running on B20 biodiesel.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit more too. I think a lot of people, don't realize that, biodiesel can actually be running in regular cars and vehicles.
Anything with a diesel engine can run biodiesel. So whether it's a diesel car, diesel truck, diesel bus, power generators, we have boats, and farm tractors, everything on the farm here runs on 100% biodiesel.
That's so cool. And so I like that story you told me earlier about how everything kind of is a full circle, and tell us about how the restaurants work with you and how that goes all the way around.
Well, the concept on restaurant oil and the sunflower oil will be a nice oil for the restaurants. Yeah. But we would make it into food grade oil, take it to the restaurants who would use it to cook and fry with, and then we would get it on the back side of the restaurant with our oil removal company, and then take it back to the biodiesel plant to make biodiesel out of it. So we're basically renting it to the restaurant for a while, and then we make fuel out of it.
So you can eat it and use it in your vehicles. I think that is so cool for our island. We're so proud to have you guys here and support you guys with the work that you guys are doing. So sunflowers is not the only venture, though, that you guys are kind of looking for this particular piece of property here on Maui.
Sure, we know it's not, we can't grow one thing over and over, and we're starting with sunflower, but we've also we'll be putting in some safflower very soon, and we've got a half a dozen other oil-bearing crops, and some that are not oil-bearing that we'd be rotating in. So there are some crops that we would plant that are just for nutrition on the ground, that if there's a market that we can sell it into, then we can do that for food, revitalize the ground, and as part of regenerative and sustainable farming is always moving the crops. The great thing about the oil seed part of it is that it takes the same equipment for whether it's sunflower, safflower, camelina, canola. There are a lot of different crops that use basically the same equipment. So,
and you mentioned a lot of these crops are drought resistant, right? It's a drought resistant plant.
Yeah, generally oil seeds want dry. So that's when they put the oil up into the seeds, is when it starts drying down. So we don't water them all the way through. We give them a couple of waterings and then cut them off. And like the safflower that we're going to grow next, that's our favorite hot weather summertime crop because it loves it hot and dry.
Oh, great. Can't wait to see it when it starts to crop up. So, this plays into a bigger picture. Our state is working all together to get to 100% renewable energy by 2045. What do you see Pacific Biodiesel's role in that particular initiative?
Biodiesel in the end game will be the extended battery for the grid. The nice thing about biodiesel is you can have a lot of it sitting around for a long time and then continuously use it day and night in generators that you already have for those upsets or unexpected things that happen on the grid, so everybody keeps their power.
Yes, reliable power is always really good, and we try to do that with safety and priority always in mind. So, you are going to be joining us for the first time at our Energy Fair coming up in September. What are some things that you'll be sharing as a partner there on that day?
Well, we can share anything to do with our program, but I'm sure things that come up are going to be, how we're farming and where we see the farming side go as the next phase, but also where we've been and how biodiesel works in a lot of different equipment and where our company is technology-wise in the bigger picture of biodiesel. For instance, this is the sunflower oil that came off that first crop of sunflower on Maui, which is, part of our plan is to make that into cooking oil and then get it back to make into biodiesel afterwards. But I think people also don't realize that the plant that we have in Hawaii makes biodiesel that looks like this. Wow. So this is our distilled biodiesel, and in the world, this is the highest quality biodiesel out there, and it's because it's a very technologically advanced plant designed and built by Pacific Biodiesel in Keau on the Big Island. And we push the envelope again, and a lot of people are changing now to distilled biodiesel, but we did this 5 years ago. So this fuel is so clean, so pure, that when you put this in these new, very, very fussy diesel engines that are being built today, this will run. Yes. Where some of the previous biodiesel was just not ready to be put in these very, very clean new diesel engines. So a lot of aspects of the company, and maybe we'll share a few things at the Energy Fair with us.
Thank you so much, Bob, for having us here today, telling us more about Pacific Biodiesel's exciting work. We're looking so forward to partnering more with you and having you at our Energy Fair on September 16th. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure working with you guys.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Energy. We'll be back right after this break and going back to Kauai in studio.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Energy. As a reminder, this show is about hearing from you. If you've got questions, you've got concerns, energy related, you've got a great future topic for an upcoming show, let us know. send it to us at letstalkenergy@mauielectric.com. So today, again, we're highlighting some of our partners who will be joining us at our Maui Electric Energy Fair on Saturday, September 16th at the Queen Ka'ahumanu Center. And joining us now from the Maui Science Center is President and Founder Rima Marta.
Hi. Aloha.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for coming. For having me.
So the Maui Science Center doing a lot of really great things when it comes to striking up interest and intrigue in science. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, thank you. Maui Science Center is a nonprofit organization established in 2014. And our mission is to encourage enduring curiosity by bringing hands-on, minds-on experiences to learners of all ages and backgrounds, and not just children. We, on Maui, we have Ocean Center, where we can learn about marine biology and ocean life. We have historic and cultural centers where we can learn about the rich history and traditions and heritage of Hawaii and early Polynesians. Maui Science Center is to be a place, a destination where we can learn about science and technology, engineering, math, and industries that are directly related to our islands and that are all about science and technology. And we hope to inspire learning about science, and we hope to inspire future leaders in our community.
Yes, yes. That's such a critical component. Again, as we strive to reach the loftiest energy goal in the nation of 100% by 2045, we can do everything we possibly can do now. There will come a day where we will have to pass the baton on. So empowering and educating our youth is so vital. Hands-on demonstrations. Now, you bought something in studio with us. Looks pretty intriguing to me. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so with Science Center, our role is to make science approachable, and sometimes make it approachable, we gotta make it entertaining.
Yes.
So once it's entertaining, it sparks this questioning of what is going on, what is happening here.
Yes.
So we have like simple activities. I just brought a couple, like we have this energy stick, and so we usually talk about it when we work in small groups. If we all work together, and something magic can happen, and then we all hold hands and we create a big human circuit by holding hands and holding to the both ends of the stick, and this leads to the conversation about circuits and electricity.
I was going to say, what a great way to start that discussion.
Yeah,
and that learning. Circuitry.
Yeah, so it's fun. Of course, for the little ones, it's all about the lights and sound and everything. But that's what
even
makes it approachable.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That intrigues me. Okay.
And then we have this Van de Graaff generator.
Now, what is this called?
Van de Graaff.
Van de Graaff.
It was named after the physicist Robert Van de Graaff. But what it's all about, and it's hand cranked. So, sometimes there is a misconception where there's electricity or coming from. So it's not plugged into the wall, or there's generator or anything. It's basically by cranking this wheel. We can see how the electric charges get separated, and then they, with this belt, they get deposited in a dome and creates electric static. So, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then we can discharge it and create little lightning. It's quite humid right now today, so you don't see much spark, but it's fun, and kids can put their hand on the dome and they can see how the charge goes through their hands. They can feel it, little fuzzies.
And it really just gets them excited about it.
Yeah, very excited, and it's fun, and it's again, it's hands-on. It's something they get to touch, they get to experience, and ask a lot of questions.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, the value of having something like this, a program like this, not just for our keiki, but also parents, kupuna, really enables that discussion, perhaps around the dinner table, as to what we learned today and how intriguing and interesting that was, and how it could possibly spark future dreams, right? And help to fuel our future and energy with clean sources of energy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think the science is all about, exercising your analytical skills, your critical thinking, and most importantly, the problem-solving skills. So while young, we have little problems, small problems to solve, and as we get older, we become responsible adults. We need to think of a bigger problem that we have responsibility to take care of.
Indeed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We look forward to seeing you on September 16th at Queen Ka'ahumanu Center. So if folks wanted to learn more about Maui Science Center, how can they do that?
Yeah, we offer classroom demonstrations. We now have science camps during the school break, and we have many events for families, like at the public libraries and some carnivals. And you can find us by visiting our website, mauisciencecenter.com, or by visiting our page on Facebook.
Thanks so much, Rima. It's
Thank
really
you so
been
much
a pleasure.
for having me.
Yep. So up next, stick around for our Getting to Know Miko segment, where you'll get to know Daniel Tuzon Dayuan, one of our linemen on Lanai. So stay tuned.
My name is Daniel Tuzon Dayuan. I'm a lineman for Maui Electric at the Lanai Division. Graduated 2001, served in the Air Force for 4 years, been in Japan for 2, and spent my last tour in San Antonio. Figured 4 years was enough, came back, worked for the state, applied here and there, and was fortunate enough, Maui Electric offered me the job in Lanai. Took that job, and that's what brought me here. One thing I like about the island is, community is very small, and especially at work, my co-workers, good co-workers, whether it's a power plant or T&D, from management to bargaining unit, everybody's very supportive on the decisions and ideas we have to make our job more safe and more efficient. So that's one thing. And another thing I like about my job being a lineman is that the satisfaction you get from the customers when you restore power, whether it be one customer or one town or one island, that feeling is really good. So I'm Daniel Tuzon Dayuan, and thank you for getting to know me.
Mahalo again for joining us here in Let's Talk Energy, where we cover all things energy on Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. So today we had an opportunity to introduce you to some of our partners, some of our energy partners that really make it possible, will make it possible for us to reach our energy goals of 100% by 2045. They'll be joining us on September 16th at Queen Ka'ahumanu Center from 10 to 1:30 at our Maui Electric Energy Fair. And we'd like all of you to join us as well. Come down, tons of exhibits, great games for the kids, lots of giveaways, lots of entertainment, a great time, and lots to learn as well. So come join us. So this episode will repeat every Tuesday right here, 8 p.m. on Akaku Channel 55, with a new episode on the first Tuesday of every month. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.